Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Bubblegum Reviews. My name is Steve and today I'll be reviewing the movie Spy Game with Robert Redford and Brad Pitt. So, quick summary on this one is Robert Redford, Muir, is a CIA operative who finds out that his protégé is been captured in China and arrested, which is Bishop, which is Brad Pitt. And so he has 24 hours to find him and help get him released. And he's pretty much going up against the CIA because they want to cut their losses with him and just let Pitt, pretty much just let Pitt go kind of thing. So Robert Redford races against time to do such and such to get Bishop released. So it's I've seen this movie, I want to say 3 or 4 times. This is probably my 4th watch of this movie, and this is the actual watch that I actually got to pay the most attention, I feel like. Maybe it's just been a long time, but I just felt like this was a really good watch of this movie. Like, I really enjoyed this a lot. So, first off, this is a Tony Scott film. And for those of you that know Tony Scott, you know his style. This is totally his style. This movie is just like Enemy of the State with Gene Hackman and, is it Will Smith? Yeah, Will Smith. And actually that one's got quite the cast. But anyways, this has the same style to it. Obviously Tony Scott's style. He's got a very distinct style and he sticks with it for the most part. Robert Redford in this was awesome. Robert Redford, man, this was like he stole the show out of this one. Like, he was just amazing. He was great. Like, the lines he said some were corny as hell, but this was a really good watch. I'm really into spy movies. One of my favorite parts in this movie is the rooftop scene. That right there, that scene was just awesome. I don't know what about it was. Maybe it was what Tony Scott said it was. I'll tell you that in a few. I don't want to spoil anything just yet. But I don't know what it was, but I just loved it. I thought that scene was freaking awesome. The music in this is really, I feel like it's really under the radar because I have quite a bit of music that I have that scores from different stuff. Like, I got Cliffhanger, I got Predator, I got like The Fugitive, I even have Enemy of the State. I got the stuff that's not a lot of people know about. This is probably not a lot of people are like, let's look up the music for Spy Game. No, they're like, let's look up Lord of the Rings, let's look up Star Wars. Anyways, this was really good stuff. Like, this was a really good soundtrack. The guy that does this also did a bunch of other stuff with Denzel Washington. It looks like he's done the Equalizer movies, Deja Vu, something else. But anyways, this movie is really fun. There's a lot to like. The one thing I didn't care for is it felt like the relationship between Brad Pitt and what is her name, Hadley was really forced. It was really pushed on you. Like, I didn't care for it at all. Other than that, I mean, this movie it's a real fun one. Like, so the one that this kind of reminds me of the movie, is it Breach? I think it is. The one about Robert Hansen, where he's the guy that was given secrets to Soviet Union for years, which cost the U.S. billions of dollars. This has that same style to it. Anyways, like I said, the movie is directed by Tony Scott. He's also done movies such as Man on Fire, Enemy of the State, and The Last Boy Scout. He's done others, but those are 3 that I've seen and 3 that I like. Man on Fire is kick-ass. IMDb gave this a 7.1 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 66%. Dog Bones gave it a 2.5 out of 4. I feel like it's a little low for Dog Bones. I mean, granted, I've read their review of it, and I understand because I kind of was on board with them in certain aspects. But I don't know. I thought maybe 3 out of 4 would have been what they came with, but I give it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie. Like, Robert Redford is a great actor, and this actually, you know what? If you've never seen The Last Castle, like look at the cover of The Last Castle and then look at the cover of this. It almost kind of seems like the same style stuff going on. But reasons to watch this. Robert Redford, the score, if you're into spy movies at all with like espionage and stuff like that, you're going to like this. And truthfully, Brad Pitt did not do a bad job. I actually liked him. His role was a lot smaller than Robert Redford's, but I actually like Brad Pitt in this movie as well. Box office of 143 million on a budget of 115, so 27 million, or is it 28? Sorry, 28 million. That's not bad. I mean, the box office being 143 million is about what you'd expect from a movie like this. This came out in 2001. I don't see a lot of people that are like into the whole spy and stuff like that. So I kind of feel like that's where the numbers would have been. So two interesting things that I just had to bring up on this. First off, Brad Pitt ended up turning down the lead role for the Bourne Identity movie in order to be in this. Yeah, you would have went on to a franchise over there with that, but this movie kicked ass. I'm not saying I don't think I've ever actually seen the Bourne Identity, so I can't really say, oh, that sucked. But I think this would have been the better one to go with than that. That was money. This was just a better film, I feel. And the other thing, so Tony Scott wanted more money to shoot the rooftop scene with a chopper, but the producers refused to give him money, so he used his own money to rent the chopper. He felt it was important for the scene. And it just so happens that that's my favorite scene. When you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The other thing I did want to bring up before I forget. So the like secrecy in this, obviously being the CIA, everything's like a secret and all that. Well, the rooftop scene, the phone taps, the freaking photos from afar, just all the other stuff like that. I love that kind of stuff, and that's like really cool in these movies. But that's all for that movie. So all I can tell you, man, is give it a watch. If you like it, you're gonna be pleasantly not surprised, but because I just told you to like it, but you're gonna like it. I feel like most people will like this movie. I mean, the reviews are in the area of good, a little better than good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much that I will be keeping this movie and putting it on my shelf. So, up next, two of my options are The Illusionist and Problem Child. So, one of those two, but I also have Iron Man that is also up for that. So, yeah, that's all for today. You guys have a good day. Like and subscribe, and check out my Letterboxd. All right.